Hey, welcome to my first tutorial for TrueCandy.com. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make these cool little page curl effects, which makes nice frames for any print or web design projects you got going on. So let's just jump straight into it. I've already got this page set up, which is set up to 1000 by 700 pixels, but basically it's relative to your design, so feel free to do whatever you like. The next thing we're going to need is a piece of art. Boom, boom, there we go. Just bring in your own art, or feel free to copy some of mine off my site. Just going to drag it to the side. Next thing we want to do is hold down Control, or if you're on a Mac, hold down Command and click on our layer. What that does is adds a selection to our objects within the layer. It's a nice handy shortcut. I use it pretty much all the time. Next thing we want to do is create a new layer and fill that layer with black. Next little shortcut I'm going to share with you is Control D or Command D on the Mac, which is deselect. You can see our little marching ants are now gone. Next thing I'm going to do is name these layers. The black layer I'm going to name Shadow, and the art layer, let's name it Art, nice and easy. Okay, so the shadow layer, what we're going to do is send it behind art layer. Then we're going up to filter, we're going to hit blur, Gaussian blur. Now you can see here I've got it set to 8.9, I'm just going to make it 9 so it's nice and easy. But basically you can scale this to your liking. Obviously the higher the pixels, the further the drop shadow is going to be, and the lower the pixels, the tighter the drop shadow is going to be. But I think 9 is pretty cool. Next thing we're going to do is go to our art layer and go down here to effects, and we're going to add the stroke. You can see it's automatically added a black stroke. For the sake of the tutorial I'm going to make it white, but feel free to make it whatever you like. Next thing I'm going to do, which is probably the most important thing of the stroke, is send the stroke to the inside. The main reason we want it on the inside, because if we have it on the outside it's going to eat into this nice little drop shadow we've got happening here. I'm going to make the size of the stroke 5 pixels, but once again just have a play with that to your liking. I'm now going to copy these layers so I can show you the page curl effect a little bit later. I'll just throw it over there for now. Now let's go back to your original shadow layer. What you're going to do here is hit Control T or Command T on the Mac, which brings up this transform. We're now going to right click and drop down to warp. Once we're in warp, we're going to grab these 8 little nodes you can see around here and just drag them in just so they're touching the white line. See that? White line, boom. Drag this one, white line, boom. And just repeat that all the way around. Just bear with me as I do it. Now the last thing you want to do is grab the corners and just give them a little bit of a tweak. This is once again something you do visually, so you do it to your liking. And simply apply those transformation, and there we go. Very simple. Gives you a nice Web 2.0 sort of feel to it. Anyway, let's just jump into this page curl. So first I'm going to go up to Art Copy. I'm once again going to hit Control T or Command T. I'm going to right click, warp, and drag this down so it sort of resembles some sort of curl. I'm going to apply that transformation, Next thing I want to do is jump onto the shadow copy. Exactly the same thing, Control T, right click, warp. With the shadow, I want to take it a little bit up and away to the right. Okay, happy. Apply that transformation. One thing I notice is it's a little bit dark. Don't worry. Just drop it back to, let's go 70. There we go. And that's it. It's that easy. You can go and make further adjustments. You can see here I've added a little bit of a white gloss to the side. I've brought in some colors. But basically, yeah, do whatever you like. This is my first tutorial. I'm a little bit nervous, so I'm more than welcome to hear your feedback. So please drop comments. And thanks, and stay tuned for more.